This is a really neat piece that I wish I had more information on, but finding information on the internet about these old 60s era Italian out the fronts is really, really tough. There's just not much out there. This is Le Superoto. Kind of still make out the edge right there. And I believe it's the earliest OTF to use a wedging mechanism to take out the absolutely horrendous blade play that OTFs of the time had. And it's a manual wedging mechanism. You've got this little lever here. You can see the pivot for it right there. And when you push that forward, it cams the other end of the lever against the base of the blade and slightly over center to wedge into place, and takes out pretty much all of the play. It takes out all of the side play. There's still a little bit of vertical play, but it's not rattled. It's held in place. So if you were to actually use it for cutting and whatnot, you definitely would not notice the blade rattle around like you would in use without that wedging mechanism. So it's really, really cool. It wasn't really until the Deadlock came out that another OTF maker would even try to address the play in the blade that you typically have without the fronts, or at least not any production out the front maker. I know Deadlocks are kind of borderline custom and production. I would consider them a production knife at this point. Small batch production. There we go. But yeah, really, really crazy to think that a maker was trying to address that blade play issue way back in the 60s, and it just didn't catch on. Very, very surprising. I wish I could open this thing up to see the internals, check out what kind of sears it has. But the construction on this is definitely never made to be disassembled. I think there's a strip of sheet metal that wraps all the way around that was like folded on, and then the plastic was like melted down as a rivet, and then these little tabs were folded over to hold the plastic scales in place. I think I could probably get the pommel off, but beyond that, there's no non-destructive way to actually see what's going on in there, unless somebody has pictures of one taken apart. That would be really cool to have. So yeah, these do come up occasionally on the secondary market. I think I've seen like 3 or 4 of them come up since I bought this one a few years back, and they tend to go for around the same price. I think I paid around $350 to $400 for this, maybe a little more. No, I got a pretty good deal on this one actually. I think I paid $350, and the tip was bent, and I was actually able to straighten it out. So yeah, you're probably going to see these in the $350 to maybe $500 if you were actually able to find one in mint condition in the box. I'd love to see what the box looks like for this. So there you go. That is a look at Le Superoto. Like I said, I believe this is the first OTF to actually try to address blade play in and out the front.